the shooting guard, Derek White. At the other guard position, DeJounte Murray. At center, LaMarcus Aldridge. At small forward, DeMar DeRozan. At the other forward position, Alex Lee. The head coach of the visiting team is Greg Popovich. And now, your Dallas Mavericks starting five. At the power forward position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 42, Ligue. Starting at the other forward position, standing 6'5", number 11, Tim Hardaway Jr. In the middle, at 7'3", number 6, Kristaps Porzingis. At point, at 6'0", number 16, the Cobra. The other guard, 6 feet 7 inches, number 77, Luka Doncic. Your head coach is Rick Carlisle. Mavs fans, your Dallas Mavericks.
It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan is a prolific scorer, but he's also a dangerous drive and kick weapon. He said, "I never pay attention to the defender guarding me. I look at the 4 guys behind him and how they react. A lot of times I don't even look to score. I draw 3 or 4 guys and get my teammates open shots." Kevin?
Great vision, David. Thank you. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. We've got Lee. Derek White is out there with Murray. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot. And for the Mavericks, Doncic and Hardaway at the 2 and the 3. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. And it's the Cobra in at the 1 spot. Clark up front. That's where the game will likely be won or lost in this one.
Great talent, no doubt, on the front lines here. But if for some reason they cancel each other out, then you know where it's going to be decided.
Here we go.
In the backcourt with guys about your size, Kevin.
Now, wait a minute. And it's the Mavericks to start out. Outside Hardaway. And he's good on the 3 ball. Hardaway has got the opening basket of the game for the Mavericks.
Boy, that quick trigger mindset. When Hardaway Jr. is firing away like this, you know he's feeling it.
Aldridge. It's another look. And he sinks the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's the Cobra in the game against Toronto. Very impressive. Takes the 3. Here's Porzingis, and he banks in the layup.
Guys, you look at Porzingis, and it seems like he's got a knack for chasing down the ball on the offensive glass. Really good instincts.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. With some arc, and it's Murray laying it in.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Here's the Cobra. He's covered by Murray. Here's the Cobra. Rebound by Murray. The Spurs have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And Lee with the stuff.
You know, we know Murray's got some creativity to his passing game, but no need to be creative there. I mean, he sees the wide open man and zips it right to him.
Now, here's Doncic. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
And if you look at his free throw numbers, you can see what kind of pressure he put on the defense. He was in attack mode all night long.
And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Porzingis with the block.
Tell you what, Porzingis showing great timing as the anchor of the defense there.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Aldridge looking for an opening. Pass to White. Shot clock at 5. And the 3 off target. Mavericks have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Porzingis can't hit.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Now here's White inside. Shoots a fader, and that one's good by Aldridge. Aldridge has got his second bucket.
You know, you look at the mid-range game Aldridge has, it keeps the defense honest. They have to worry about a lot more than just his post game.
And the pass to Kleba. Here's Porzingis. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And it's White missing.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Passes it to the Cobra from past the arc. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Now here's White. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Porzingis with the block. DeRozan against Hardaway. To the inside. Here's the Cobra. And Lee pulls it down.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
To the paint. Here's White. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
DeJounte Murray played just one season at the University of Washington. He grew up in Seattle and went to Rainier Beach High School. It's actually the same high school that produced Jamal Crawford. And as a matter of fact, a lot of good players have come out of the Emerald City.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And in Seattle, Murray recognized from a young age as a potential pro.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you can identify those especially talented players, and his nickname was Baby Boy. And how about this, Kevin? Jamal Crawford has mentored DeJounte since the 6th grade. Those guys have exchanged text messages throughout that time. Jay Crossover, one of my favorites, on and off the court in the league, really has helped keep Murray on the right track.
And let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week, the Cobra.
They say defense wins championships. Well, it also wins awards, and his defense during this stretch has been nothing short of jaw-dropping. He has been disruptive with his challenges and has accounted for a metric ton of turnovers with his ball hawking. You have to give it up to this man.
Now here's Murray. He's coming off a 10-point game against Portland.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
Aldridge. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Mavericks. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, there's the Spurs, 7.5 games behind.
And, you know, for the Spurs, they had the kind of hot and cold start that we've kind of come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of a breakout season.
And, you know, perhaps with a roster move or two later on, Greg, they can start to break out of that pattern.
Looking at Dallas, they took that win in their last game against the Raptors. Lee outside. On the wing, DeRozan. The outside leaner. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Not really necessary with nobody on you. I mean, why put yourself off balance on that shot when you're wide open?
And Doncic gets it to go.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Hardaway passes to the Cobra. Out to Doncic. To the right side. Moves back up. Kleba with the bucket.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Aldridge. Nails the baby hook. Aldridge has got 6.
Boy, you've got to push Aldridge out farther. I mean, he's too big and too skilled from this area.
Dallas moving it around. Shoots it. Looking to get it going, and the layup is up and in. That's 7 points for the Cobra.
Off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? You like their effort level here in the early going. I mean, they're really making things happen for themselves.
Now here's DeRozan. Coming off a solid outing against Portland. And that one drops.
Oh, man. DeRozan, his interior game, worthy of much respect. When he gets the ball in a good spot, he goes to work.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Here's Lee. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Portland.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming.
Greg Drew has been watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
On the court right now for the Spurs, Trey Lyles out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's White. Then there's Red Hot. And it's Gay, and it's small forward.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's the Cobra. Lee with the block. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. Here's Kleba following the bucket by the Spurs. Dallas, no good that time either.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be? But so far, that's not been the case.
Lee gets the bucket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Dallas calls timeout. And this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
Two division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
This is definitely the first of many tonight. And in these first games, you always try to set the tone and take that mental and psychological edge.
Murray's checked in for White.
And while we have a chance, how about the numbers for White? He's right around 5 points a night, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And really for him, it's about putting in the work and improving his game.
Yeah, and I think he wants to. It's one of those things where you either want it or you don't, and he does.
Here's the Cobra. He's got 7. Kicks to Curry. Here's the 3. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Aldridge has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. White with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. White, good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Curry with it. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Toronto.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
And here is Murray following Porzingis' 3. Has to get it. The 3. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the middle. Here's the Cobra. Power down with both hands.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
And here are the Spurs. They're on a 13-5 run. Gay outside. Kept alive. Nice D from Porzingis.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
It's hauled in by Gay.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
To the wing on the left. Spurs working the ball around now. Pass to Murray. 5 to shoot. Here's Aldridge. That's tipped. Hardaway against Murray. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's the Cobra. He's got 9. Steps back and shoots. And the jumper is good. Now it's a 6-point Dallas lead.
And the D just a step slow, reacting to the step back.
You know, guys, the Dallas Mavericks with the longest active sellout streak of any pro basketball team. You can put sellout in quotes because they actually give a lot of tickets away to schools and community service groups to make sure that building is full.
Here's Kleba following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. And Lee pulls it down.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Outside, White. Now the pass to Lee. Gay scanning before. Just 5 on the clock. Porzingis against Aldridge. Nice D from Porzingis. You know, Clark, the Mavericks making their games accessible to Dallas fans. Much more concerned with the packed house and the revenue at the gate.
Yeah, and I like that philosophy, guys. I mean, building their future fan base. Those fans will be around for a while. Giving young people a chance to become Mavericks fans for life. And you start early, and it pays dividends down the road usually.
Now here's Curry. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. The Mavericks number 1, the Spurs second.
You know, it's been interesting to see both clubs really clamping down with their pressure on the ball defensively. I mean, forcing turnovers and then getting out in transition to score.
And that one misses. Well, how do you think great coaches go about making that connection with their players?
Well, it starts with being candid and holding the player accountable. Great players want to and need to be coached, and great coaches find a way to do that effectively for that individual and for the team.
And he's good on the second.
And you know, for Curry, getting into the league has been a battle for Seth. I mean, he's more established and playing with more confidence now.
Lee outside. They get a hand on it, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And the upcoming schedule for the Mavericks. On Wednesday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Friday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And it's going to be home game after home game after home game for this group. So they got a great chance to string together a number of wins given how strong they've been playing.
And so it's Dallas with it. After the basket by San Antonio. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
He hit 1-3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
He's done a nice job, a great job actually, of finding efficient shots here in the second. Shooting percentage always a function of the kinds of shots you get, and he's on a good.
It's a tie game in Dallas. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Well, for the Mavericks, Kenny, what did you see from them?
I love the motion on offense. Guys are moving. The ball is moving. It's a very nice approach to the game, and one the defense absolutely could not keep up with.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
Well, a lot of their points came in transition. They dictated the pace of the game. It was a fast pace. Defense back on its heels. I say keep attacking the second half. Do not slow down.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And as we get to this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And Murray's got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, and they'll face the Wizards. And the second on the road in the midst of this long four-game road stand. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic and Hardaway at the 2 and the 3. And it's the Cobra in at the point guard position.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young. He still has a very bright future.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And Murray winning second team all defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
Neither side has relented a bit in this back and forth affair.
You can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Well, you look at that situation. He thought he could keep Murray from converting if he got physical with him. You better think again.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. And that one misses.
You know, for Porzingis, the business of the family is basketball. His parents played at a very high level. His older brother played professionally for over a decade. And the first word that Porzingis said was ball, and he's had one in his hands pretty much from the start.
Now here's Murray. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here.
And while we got a chance, let's look at some numbers for Doncic. Second in field goal percentage, sixth in assists, and he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And you mentioned it, he's the second best shooter in the league right now. Quick trigger with just a little bit better footwork. He could take over that top spot. Murray, another one falls for San Antonio. And Clark, Porzingis' older brother. He used to make him highlight reels of NBA stars.
Yeah, you know, the NBA was his goal all along, but he showed patience, and the Orlando Magic actually promised to take him 10th back in 2014. He stayed in Spain one more year to develop, and good for him.
Murray kicks to White. Passes it to Lee. Here's Aldridge. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Aldridge has got 10 points.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
Here's the Cobra. He's covered by Murray. Pass to Hardaway. Here's Kleba. Outside Hardaway. Here's the Cobra. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And the shot goes in. He's got 18.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Spurs trail by 3. Fires at the elbow. Here's Lee. It's blocked, but they recover it. Here's Murray, and they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor.
Well, I like the fact that Murray is a really strong rebounder for a backcourt player. Once he squeezes that orange, he knows exactly how to get fresh orange juice.
A pass to Porzingis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Takes the 13-footer, and it's White missing. Dallas has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Doncic against White. The pass to the Cobra. Lee with the steal. For the lead, Porzingis with the block. Here's the Cobra. White covering. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play.
Boy, you look at Maximilian Kleber, the German native. I mean, this guy is a very capable shooter, but it's his defense that keeps him on the court. He's 6'11", but has quick feet, which allows him to defend multiple positions.
Dallas making a switch here. Curry's checked in, and San Antonio with the change here, too. Rudy Gay's checked in for Lee. Mark, you think of European players, it's usually the offensive end where they thrive, but Kleber is a versatile defensive stopper, too.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, this guy can shut you down because he moves his feet. He's strong, really keeps driving lanes from opening up on the perimeter, and his positioning and timing make him a good shot blocker, too.
Dallas leading by 4. A pass to Porzingis.
The assist totals, Devin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And it's Murray penetrating. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Murray's got 13 points.
Boy, it's been all Murray all day, 24/7. He's really become a lethal offensive presence.
From downtown, drills the three-pointer. And that's 21 points for the Cobra.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Here's Gay. Porzingis with the block. And Curry, here we go.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Outside, White. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Aldridge can't get it to go.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Here's Curry. Good, nice job down low. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
And amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect from the field to start the half.
DeRozan scanning the floor. The teardrop falls in. 8 points for him.
Boy, what a nice touch from DeRozan. A savvy veteran. Makes it look so easy when he scores there.
Here's Murray. Lays it in off the breakaway.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Here's the Cobra. He's covered by Murray. Here's the Cobra. Again, the Mavericks score.
Tell you what, guys, this has clearly been his half. And he's getting to a spot, shooting the ball with confidence. Excellent turnaround for him.
On the wing, DeRozan, guarded by Curry. DeRozan passes to Murray. 6 to shoot. Here's Aldridge. The Mavericks pull it in. The Cobra's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Outside Curry. Here's the Cobra. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 6th assist on the night.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Pass to Gay. And here is Aldridge. Looking to get back on track here. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, Porzingis is a very impressive all-around scorer. And every year it seems as though he's taking on more of the offensive load.
Spurs trail by 13. San Antonio calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
On the Mavericks with some changes. Now he's just... Here's the Cobra. He's covered by Murray. The Cobra passes to Doncic. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. Down low, the Cobra, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that now.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
On the floor for San Antonio, we've got White. Lee out there with DeRozan. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Murray in at the point. Floats it up for Doncic. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Lee again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Murray, the pass to Aldridge. Over Porzingis. And it's Aldridge missing.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
You know, one of the big stories has been the three ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
Yeah, but they also never seem to get cold from mid-range. Just kept hitting those shots with consistency.
And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship. Unfortunately came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
Outside DeRozan. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
You know, in the loaded West, DeMar DeRozan, not an all-star last season after being one multiple times in the East. His first time missing the festivities in 4 seasons.
And he makes that one.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Here's the Cobra. He's covered by Murray.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
You talk about that edge, Clark, for DeRozan, very focused on proving his doubters wrong.
Nothing wrong with playing with something to prove, with that kind of attitude and mindset, turning that negative into a positive. And most importantly, it can't just be a mindset. You have to put the work into it as well. And he's done that, gotten better each year.
And it's sent back by Aldridge.
He's not an easy guy to get a shot up and over. Aldridge has those long arms, and his timing's good, too.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
San Antonio calls timeout. And Clark, ordinarily quiet by nature, LaMarcus Aldridge has become a more outspoken leader in recent years.
Yeah, and that's a good sign. Sometimes you have to get out of your comfort zone for the good of the team. Aldridge is, by nature, a laid-back, quiet guy, and sometimes that can work against the team, but in his case, he realized that he needed to be more vocal and stepped into doing that.
DeRozan against Hardaway. Goes up on the high post. DeRozan's shot is good. DeRozan's got 9 points in the quarter.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
It sure is, Greg. It might be the strongest aspect of their offense here.
And playing with the lead, you can see they're making a much more concerted effort to work the ball inside here in the second half.
And, you know, the Spurs are never afraid to play to the tune of their own drummer. I mean, just as the rest of the league embraces threes and layups, the Spurs going against that grain, leading the league in mid-range shots and post-ups.
You were talking about the mid-range and the post-ups. Those are the strengths of DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, Coach Popovich has been so successful for decades because he always adapts to the strengths of his players. Outstanding coaches do that in every sport. That shot diet might not work for most other teams, but if it fits the Spurs, they'll go old school and make it work for them.
And Aldridge comes over to help. And here's Porzingis for a three. San Antonio with the rebound. Murray's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Lee, and Lee with the stuff.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant one there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. And the first one drops. Mark, a big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve their rebound?
You know, I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
Passes it to White. This one for three. The Mavericks pull it in. Pass to the Cobra. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. The Cobra's got 43 points. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the San Antonio Spurs. Mark, do you think the NBA should consider expanding the use of replay? I know you personally need to slow the game down, but you also want the calls to be correct.
Well, it depends on the circumstances, Kevin. I like the fact that replay is available and it helps enhance the ability of the officials to get calls correct. Expanding the use of replay, though, has to be done very judiciously. There are a couple of areas, goaltending would be one, where you take a look to see if that's the case. But I think flow of game takes priority over trying to get every single call right just because you think technology gives you a chance to do that.
On the free throw, no good. And the big contract for Tim Hardaway Jr. back in 2017, Clark. 4 years, $71 million.
Hey, sometimes timing is everything. We know that in our world and in all the other worlds out there. And think about that now. Tim Hardaway Jr. has made more money than his all-star father made in his whole career. Hardaway Jr., young and athletic, and a really rock-solid player at both ends.
San Antonio's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Aldridge against Porzingis. Just 5 to shoot. Here's DeRozan. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Spurs shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Murray dishes to Aldridge. Here's the Cobra. Lob pass to Porzingis. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
And for the Spurs, they're shooting about 47% here in the fourth. Murray kicks to Lee. Back to Murray. Clark, there are strong divisions and there are weak divisions. The NBA might be considering removing divisions altogether and having only 2 conferences. What do you think?
You know, that's interesting. I like the divisions because that's what we've been accustomed to, but just having straight conferences, I wouldn't see much harm in that. You'd adjust the schedule accordingly in terms of how many games you play within the conference and how many times each opponent, but I think that could work.
And that one, good. The Cobras got 45 points.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Lee outside. There's the pass to DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Dallas has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. The Cobra, the shot missing. Murray with the defensive effort. And the Spurs with possession. And the foul called on the Cobra. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Mavericks will go for... 1:41 left in the 4th quarter. Pirtle, no one around him. San Antonio again missing. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Forbes with the rebound. San Antonio's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Mavericks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat.
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the 3 ball is good.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Releases from 15. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Pirtle.
And Pirtle is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds because of his size, but just as important, his timing.
Inside, here's Curry. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Forbes with the rebound. Teardrop shot. The Mavericks pull it in. Here's the Cobra. He got it again. Sensational. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.